Good morning. This is such a beautiful and sparkling morning, and the autumn nip is in the air. But what I find so delightful about life is that life itself is a journey, it's not a destination. And with every step that we take, we learn something, we master something. You know, I'm one who likes hiking. I love to go hiking, and I love to be in nature. And sometimes when you go hiking, you have to go through you have to climb very steep inclines, and you've got to go on hiking paths that you don't always know where you're going. There are steep crevices, and there's like obstacles sometimes in your path, but you learn to navigate that. Sometimes you literally have to slide down on your bum sometimes. I have done that many a times when I had to go down and it was too steep, and I have a fear of heights. So the only way I could get past my fear is to stay firmly grounded on Mother Earth. And so life teaches you a lot of things. And I get so many letters of people and saying, well, how can I protect myself? How can I ground myself? Now, first of all, why does one need protection? You know, if as your light quotients goes up, you start becoming brighter. You like the sun. You start shining like a star, and people start sensing that. And also because in your daily environment, you don't always know who you interact with. And if you're very sensitive like me, you pick up everybody else's vibrations and frequencies. Like I can go into a room and I will start picking up everybody's moods, and I will start picking up people's thoughts. So if I'm not protecting myself, then I absorb all that, and then I feel depressed and down, and my energy just goes like, so. And if you are a star child, like we all are, we all come from different galaxies. But if you're an indigo or a crystal or a rainbow or a sun child, you will really feel this. And sometimes you don't know what's going on because you just feel like something is not right. And you don't know why it's not right. It's because you are picked up somebody's negative energy, and it's within your energy field now. So how can we prevent that? Well, first of all, it's very important to ground yourself. A lot of light workers, they float around there in the cosmos and they're not grounded properly. And it can lead to dizziness, to feelings of disorientation, and sometimes just not being on this planet because you're floating around somewhere else. But as long as we are on planet Earth, we also got to honor planet Earth. And we have to really ground our work into planet Earth. Because it doesn't matter if we're a light worker, but if we float around in the ethers, we're not good to anybody. Because you will not be able to anchor that part of you into life, which you're supposed to do. So what do? First of all, you feel your feet very firmly on the ground. Just do it down. Just put them down that you're firmly, just feel the ground under your feet. And then start growing roots from them like a tree. Grow, the bigger you can visualize a tree, the more you can feel this tree growing through you. So you've got this roots, you've got to have roots growing from your feet and into Mother Earth. And just ground that properly. Just put your thickest root down, that anchoring root, right down into the middle of the earth. Visualize this. And then find a big crystal in the middle of the earth. You can color that any color you like. I always color mine blinding white light because I work with a blinding white light. I work with a white flame. But other people are very uncomfortable with that because it's a very high frequency vibration. So rather color that gold. Gold is the color of the Christed consciousness of the angelic realms. So then color that gold and then pull up that golden energy through your roots and up your feet. And now you know that you are grounded in Mother Earth. What you can do is you can extend that and pull it up, that energy, that golden energy, up through your feet, up your legs, up your torso, and then right through to your crown. Then you are completely anchored in this beautiful golden energy. Now you can extend that and actually imagine that every time you breathe in the color gold, and you breathe out the color gold. This will immediately help you to relax because you are now breathing in very high frequency energy, and now you can put a whole bubble of this beautiful golden energy around you. Now you're completely held in this energy and you are rooted into planet Earth. So now I'm going to talk about protection. So I've already said that you need protection because of other people's energies. If you work in an office or you work in a close environment with other people, you are going to pick up their vibes and their energies. And sometimes people actually stab us in the back, or they send little dots around that, and especially in our solar plexus area. And we don't always know it, but we feel it. You will feel it. Sometimes you feel like you're churning in your solar plexus area, and that is because of that. You can actually invoke Archangel Uriel and Archangel Aurora, who is Uriel's twin flame, and ask them to put a ruby encrusted shield in front of your solar plexus area so that any negative energy will not get into that area. Now, it is very important to put protection around yourself. The first thing is every single morning and night before you go to sleep, yes, even at night, because in your sleep state, if you get nightmares, etc., that is because you are not properly protected. If you are properly protected, then you won't get that. I can never get nightmares, and if I get them, I know I have to get my grounding and protection in. So now, what we do is we put a bubble of blinding white light around us. But as I said, some people don't like the blinding white light because it's too high frequency. Then put a bubble of golden light around yourself. And if you are later, I teach this with rays, because you get 12 master rays, and each color ray has got a different vibration or energy that it brings in. I won't go into that because I'm just going to give you the basics. Now, if you feel yourself immensely challenged by somebody who's being nasty to you or whatever else, okay, you can always then understand the mirroring back to you, but this is just a technique I want to give you. Then you put mirrors facing outwards all around that bubble of light. And then you just ask the angels and you say that any negativity in whatever form is beamed back to whence and through whom it comes from 10 billion thousand-fold with love. So you're not incurring karma here, because if you would say that everything is just bounced back to them, that means their own negativity will hurt them. But what you do now is you're saying with love. In other words, you're not giving out a negative vibe, you are giving a beautiful, positive, loving vibe out, which goes back to them. Now, in our workplaces and in our home places, we also need protection. Again, people put alarm systems in their houses, and they put up gates, and then eventually their house looks like fortresses, especially here in South Africa, because the crime rate is so big and high. Now, if you actually infuse your whole property and your car and your house with a very high vibration or frequency, then all those criminals won't get near your house because they cannot stand that vibration. And also because the angels will protect you from anybody coming into your premises who's not meant to be there. Now, how do you do that? First of all, Archangel Michael and Faith and their first legion angels are wonderful helpers. I use them all the time. So this is a very simple thing you can do every morning and every night. You invoke Archangel Michael and Faith and their first legion angels, and you ask them to put a blue cloak of protection over your shoulders, the hood over your crown chakra and your third eye. Why the third eye? Because your third eye is where you pick up the vibes of other people with your solar plexus area. There's the two energy centers of your body where you pick up vibrations. That was your crown of your head. And you ask them to zip up that cloak from underneath your feet right up to your chin. So you're now completely protected. Other people can't read your thoughts and they can't get into your mind. So now you are completely protected. I always place Archangel Michael and his First Legion angels around my car and even inside my car and inside the engine. So that wherever I go, I am safe. It is very important, especially if you're a woman, to have this protection around yourself. Do it. Very simple. You don't need to do anything else. And another thing is ask Archangel Michael to place angels and archangels around every window and door and opening up of your home. Then you will have your protection and even your property, your gates and your gateways. If I have done this, and I tell you what, it works. There are other more important protections that you can put in later on, but I will not burden you with that today. I just want to give you the basics. And if you are anywhere and your little voice says to you something is not right, like you feel the hairs in your neck raising, or you just feel something is not right, please follow that gut feeling. That is your guardian angel warning you that there is danger somewhere along the line. So immediately call in Archangel Michael and his angels to really protect you and get out of that area as fast as you can. If we ignore those warning signs, then we get ourselves in trouble. If you feel that somebody is not kosher, then listen to that gut feeling. Don't engage with that person. You know, you're not here to pick up the whole world. And some people just need to get out of your space. Not because you want to hurt them or harm them or whatever. They just are not good for you. We need to put our boundaries down and we need to be discerning about who we actually let into our living places and into our own energy fields. It is just that we need to understand this because some people can pull our energies completely down and even put holes in your auric field. Your auric field is that energy field that is around you. It is good sometimes to just invoke Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to just work on your auric field and to patch up those holes and to make that auric field whole again. When you start working with the angels, you actually can even help other people to get the auric field cleaned up, but of course with their permission. But I'm not going to go into that. I'm just giving you the basics. And please, just remember that you have all these helpers with you. You've got the angels and the archangels and the ascended masters, all there to help you. But if you don't ask, they will not help because of a law of non-interference. I love doing my soul readings, mostly because people suddenly realize the greatness and vastness of their own souls, and they understand why they are here on the planet at this time. It's a lovely way for me to assist people, and I know that it's positively impacting on their lives because of the very high vibrational energy that I put into that. But I could never have tapped into those energy fields which I can tap into now, which is sometimes by the scientists called the Higgs field or the eternal super consciousness field, if I had not done all these plain exercises and really did the inner work. So I ask you, these are just very simple energies, but just do them every single day and night. And you will see how your life changes for the better because you are now moving into a different vibration and a different time frame. And that is as it should be. I wish you a very happy and beautiful day. And I wish that your highest hopes and inspirations become the way of life for you. Thank you for being on this planet at this time and for gracing us with your presence. Goodbye.